Welcome to the program. I'm Mark Imperial. This segment's being brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where busy professionals get their books done to educate consumers, grow their businesses, and to leave a legacy. I'm doing a series of spotlights on remarkable business intermediaries from across the country. Joining me on this segment is Kara Gibson Brzytwa, and she's the owner and principal of Exit Equity out of Seattle. Kara, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mark. You nailed my last name. I'm very impressed.
Great. Kara, tell me a little bit about your work and specifically, who are the types of clients that you specialize in helping?
Sure. So we work with business owners that own businesses that have revenue from a million up to $25 million. And our most typical client is someone that has owned that business a long time and is looking to exit, whether that be retire or start their next chapter, whatever that may be.
So these folks, tell us a little bit about these sellers. Most people start a business, let's face it, not looking at the end in mind. So how prepared are they? What don't they know? Tell us a little bit about their biggest concerns when they finally reach out to you.
Oh boy, how much time do you have? There's a lot there. I feel like in general, there's a couple different buckets of clients that we work with. There's either clients in their 40s or 50s that have spent their whole career in their business. They know nothing else, but they are tired. This is, they've built something great. And then there's more in the 60s, 70s, and they're people that are looking to retire. Their spouses are kind of pulling on them to, hey, let's go spend some time, let's travel, let's do something. And then finally, there's kind of the later boomer category where, sometimes it's a little late, but they've just been really working a long time and it's definitely time to retire and move on. And just the big part is a lot of them don't start until they're ready to sell. And they're shocked to find out that it can take up to a year to get the whole process going and sold. And so, I always love when I get an owner that's thinking 3 years out, 5 years out. That's so great because then they're in the driver's seat and they can really plan their exit as best as possible and optimize their outcome and their goals as best as possible.
Why should they start planning like 2, 3 years ahead of time? What are the things they should start considering that maybe they haven't put in place yet?
Well, it really comes down to their goals. So if they have a goal of a certain financial exit, then they should really be looking at, well, what's my valuation now? Some might be surprised to say, oh, actually, business is going really well now because you want to sell on your way up on your business. You don't want to be selling when it's at a plateau if you can help it, or especially when sales and revenue is going down. So if you're thinking about that early and you know what that valuation number is, you can either exit if the numbers look good, or you can spend some time working on some of the value drivers that can improve the value. And so then in a year or two, you can exit and really hit that goal that you want to hit.
The statistics show that a large percentage of businesses that go on the market never end up selling. What are the deal killers? What are the things that people may sabotage and not even mean to sabotage, but that may kill deals and make their business not sellable?
Yeah, I think a big one is going in and not really understanding the true value of their business on the market. I always kind of say there's two types of businesses. One that you're running it and you're making money while you're running it, or ones that you are really putting and investing in it while you're running it and you're going to sell it at the end and make some money. Neither is better than the other, right? But typically in that front bucket are people that are running the business and the business doesn't run without them. So then they think that they have something to sell. They have that they can see big ideas in the future, and no one's going to buy for those ideas that you haven't ideated on yet, right? They're going to buy for what the business is worth today. And so that's where I see people getting stuck, is unrealistic ideas of value. Things aren't, their financials are a mess. They don't know how things are run. That can make it really hard to have someone come in and see the value in what's been built.
Carol, what inspired you to get into this field? Give us a little bit of your history and why did you want to start helping people sell their businesses? How'd you get started?
Sure. So I got started in this business because my father was in this business. So I come from a family of entrepreneurs. My mother owned her own business. My father worked in sales and had some of his own businesses as well. And this was his kind of second career. And he loved every minute of helping business owners exit. And so I saw that my whole life growing up. And so I'm drinking the Kool-Aid that I took the business over from him, just like my clients do. And I agree. It's just been really fun to work with incredibly brilliant business owners. It's so fun to see what people have made money doing, like, oh, this one widget that fits in this very specific thing. I mean, always, I'm like, go figure what people have made incredible companies out of. So that's what's been really fun. It's really fun to help people on a joyous occasion of selling their business, getting to retire, getting to go do something, following their passion. So just it's a really fun business to be in.
It sounds incredibly rewarding, and as you know, as a business owner yourself, it's a colorful group of people you get to work with. So it's never a dull moment.
No,
Kara, before
never
I ask
feels.
you my last question, uh, what's something that I didn't even think of asking you that you think is important to share with people considering selling their business today in today's economy?
Boy, I think, I mean, the big thing that I always want people to know, we kind of touched on, is start thinking early and start asking questions early and start planning early. I know business owners are the busiest group of people, so it's kind of the last thing that they want to do, but it's always, no one's ever come to me and said, man, I did that business valuation too soon. Never. So it's good just to get those conversations rolling.
Terrific. Kara, for folks listening now that are like, wow, we struck a chord here. They know they need to get their ducks in order and they'd like to get some more information or speak with you. How do they find you, connect with you, and learn more?
Sure. So our firm is exitequity.com. And so you can just look us up there, sign up for a consultation, and me or someone on my team would be happy to talk. It's, very confidential and it's, low pressure. We just love having the conversation. It's fun to hear what people have been doing.
Kara, this has been terrific. I really appreciate you stopping by and taking the time to share with my audience today. I wish you continued success for you and for all of your clients.
Thanks, Mark. This was very fun. I appreciate it.
Kara Gibson Brzytwa, and she's the owner and principal of Exit Equity in Seattle. This segment's been brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where busy professionals get their books done and published to educate consumers, grow their businesses, and to leave a legacy. That's all for now. I'm Mark Imperial, and thanks for joining me.